2016 Weather Roundup, the overall precipitation. Here's the question that I can ask you, and I can ask all of you before I advance it. Total number of days that we had measurable precip, a trace or greater. Right. How many days do you think we had?
Last year, 138.
Very close. 196 days is what we had. That is over 50% of our days. The highest month in terms of frequency was December, where we had 23 days with measurable precip. The lowest, September and October. And that was where we each had 10 days during the month. 61 of those days were a trace. We had 112, our most popular number, anywhere between about 1/100 of an inch to about 1/2 inch or so. 15 days between 1/2 inch and an inch. We had 7 days where it was between 1 to 2 inches of precip. And we had 1 day, our greatest total, was over 2 inches. Couple quick things, though. I like to give you the little nuggets to take to the water cooler. December, 22 days, or 23 days rather. The wettest stretch that we had for the year was in December. It was 12 days in a row with a trace or greater, and that was from the 8th through the 19th. And then the opposite, the driest trend that we had, the driest stretch, was 10 days in a row with 0 precip whatsoever, and that was October 2nd through October 11th. Now, when we break it down even further for you and look across at the months, I'll step out of the shot. Here's how we did each month. The total was 37.78. Notice that some of these months, like June and August, were up there into the 5 to 6 inch range, and I'll superimpose the normals behind that. So some of these months were below normal, some of them were above. But when we added it up for the end of the year, we were 96% total, so really close. The normal's 39.27. We ended up with 37.78. But last, not least, notice just barely over an inch in November, barely over an inch of precip last January. So when you look at those two numbers, in January it was the 10th driest that we had on record. The record's 1/2 inch back in 1944. And November was the 12th driest that we've had on record. Keep in mind these records go back to the 1800s, well over 100 years, 135 years or so. The record is just 1/1800 of an inch set twice. So there you go. Some interesting stuff. Tomorrow night on the broadcast, the Big 28 at this time, we are going to be talking about total snowfall, the number of days we had with snow. We'll break down that data for each month as well.